adjust this mic stand to appropriate height. That toast is tall. Well, let's just do it like this. Okay, yeah, so, got a funny story for you. I was at the Ye Olde King's Head pub the other night, and there was this British guy singing karaoke, and he was singing Thunder Rolls by Garth Brooks, which I thought was a really odd choice for a British guy to be singing. And then I realized he's super drunk. But he's not just regular drunk. He is British soccer hooligan drunk. The other kind of drunk, which is really drunk. And so while he's singing, he manages to go, "Oh, this mic sucks," and gets in a fight with the karaoke hostess and all that. And then he goes, and then while he's like doing that, my friend, for no apparent reason, yells out, "Yankees, go Yankees!" Because he's like one of those baseball retards. And apparently he thought this British guy was a Red Sox fan. I don't know why, but I'm like, dude, that guy's British. He doesn't know what the fuck you're talking about. And so that guy goes, sits down at his table, and my friend and I were sitting at his table, and my friend goes, "Dude, that British guy is staring over at us." And I'm like, well, maybe he misconstrued your "Go Yankees" comment, because we're all Yankees, right? He thinks it's some sort of anti-British slur. I mean, in that state he's in, he's super drunk. Like, he could think anything. And so he's like, well, check, see if he's staring over. So like a dumbass, I look over, and I'm like, yeah, he's looking over here. And it's like, oh shit. And then I do something even dumber. I look over again, and he's still staring at the table. And then he staggers over the table, and he gets it right in my face. And he goes, "Are you gonna stare at me all night? Are we gonna fuck?" And I'm like, apparently we're gonna fuck, because I didn't know that was an option. Thanks for telling me. Luckily, his other friends, they bring him back to the table and get out of there. But it just started to occur to me is like, there's that rumor that British people have like lots of latent homosexuality. And I was reminded of this other situation. I was talking to this other British dude, and for some reason he starts telling this story of a mate of his mate's sister was raped. And so his friend tracked down the rapist, beat him up, and then raped him. And, I'm all for I said to him, I'm all for the punishment fitting the crime. But isn't that a little bit gay? And he says, "No, that's not homosexual, that's revenge." And I'm like, yeah, gay revenge. But apparently guys in prison are raping each other all the time, no problem. I mean, I don't know how that works. I mean, how do you fake a boner? Someone tell me. But I guess now they have Viagra, so they can be like, "Yo, man, you made a move on my homie, so as soon as this pill kicks in 30 minutes, I'll be raping your ass." Or something. That's my imagination. But I was actually in another hairy situation. Right over there, Fort Arizona, some guy tried to jump me. Truth, honest. I was walking home from karaoke one night, 1 o'clock in the morning, and I see what is the most suspicious man in the world. He's got like a black hoodie. The hood is up. It's like 85 degrees out. Black hoodie, black pants, black shoes, black everything. And he's just kind of like walking around like he's got no place to go. So I'm like, okay, this guy's pretty shady. Like, I'm going to give him a wide berth. Like, he's walking slow, I'm walking fast. I'm going to pass him. And so I want to keep my eye on this guy in case he tries to attack me or something like that. So as I'm walking by, I've got him in my peripheral vision, And as I turn my head, just to a point where I can't really, see him, just about where I'm going to turn my back on him, he puts up his fist and goes like this. And so I spin around, and I'm like, "Ah!" And he's like, "Ugh!" And we're just standing there, fisticuffs, toe to toe, and I'm like, shit, now what? And so he starts yelling at me, "Man, I'm gonna fucking kick your ass. I was in prison, I'm gonna fucking kick your ass." And I'm like, well, I'm gonna rape you. See, folks, that's what you gotta do in those situations. You gotta raise the stakes. If they say they're gonna kick your ass, you gotta say, "I'm gonna rape you." Really, it worked. No, truthfully, I didn't say that because I'm not British. So, but I realized, strangely enough, I'm like, I got my fists out. I look pretty intimidating to this guy. I know that's a strange thought, but so I put my hands up like this, so I can still defend myself, but I'm like looking less, intimidating. I'm just like, get the fuck away from me. And he all of a sudden, he just like, oh, okay. And he walks across the street, and of course he's wondering like, man, I would kick that guy's ass. I would totally kick that guy's ass, And then there's like 3 drunk guys from the very same bar that I was just at come around the corner, and they hear him muttering, and they're like, oh yeah, you would have kicked his ass. And then they recognize me, and they're like, hey, it's the karaoke guy. And I'm like, that guy just attacked me. And they're like, whatever, and they walk away. So I call the cops, and I'm like, yeah, I was just attacked. Some guy tried to attack me. 4th Arizona in Santa Monica, I know, crazy. And they asked me, first question, they asked me is, are you all right? I said, yeah, I'm okay. The second question they asked me is, was he homeless? Really? In all the confusion, I forgot to ask. I was like, hey, excuse me, where's your official Santa Monica residency card? What's your mailing address? Do you have a domicile? I didn't really think to ask that question while I was in a fisticuffs, life or death, situation. But they sent a cop and everything, and the guy's like, well, I can't really arrest him because he didn't hit you and everything. I'm like, all right. So I just went home, whatever. So that's my hairy adventure story. But I got my guitar here, so I'm gonna play you a little song. This is for dedicated to my grandmother. I love you, Nana. She wants one in the front, one in the back, one in the kid and one in a crack. One talks so much fun. 2 cocks are better than one. He wants 2 cocks better than nothing. 2 cocks double stuffing. 2 cocks go all night. 2 cocks make her tight. Well, come on and stay for a little bit as we put her on a spit. Come feel the rising power as we make an Eiffel Tower. She wants 2 cocks in her lady box. She wants 2 cocks, unlike 2 Scots. She wants 2 cocks, I'd better bring a friend. She wants 2 cocks, one at both ends. 2 cocks, it's alright. 2 cocks make her airtight. Well, she wants 2 cocks, don't ask me why. 2 cocks, me and some guy. 2 cocks, it's alright. 2 cocks, that's double stuffing. Well, my friend, if you wanna throw down with this chick, you better be packing more than 1 dick. 2 cocks.